Time for another check of our weather, and it's been a wild few days, especially out along the coast. High winds whipped up dangerous waves and knocked down trees, as well as knocking out power to a lot of folks. This video was taken near Westport. You could see those huge waves. Mike Everett joining us with a look at our forecast. Boy, those waves are pretty big. You're a surfer, right? Yeah, you're appreciating that.
You need a wetsuit this time of year, though, right? I understand you have to wear a 5mm wetsuit this time of year.
That's a thick one.
It's cold water. You know, a lot of folks like to go out there and take a look at those waves, but there are those things called sneaker sets. So sometimes people will kind of get this false sense like you can get up to the edge of it, and then those set waves come in, and that's when people get into trouble. So it is a lot of fun to look at, but I recommend doing it from a safe distance there. We are seeing some swells that are still in place. This is a live look from Westport right now. The camera is showing still some rough seas out there. Swells got up to about 30 feet over the last 36 hours, and as Mark was just telling you, yet one cargo ship didn't do very well with that, lost a lot of its cargo and then caught on fire afterwards. That's a story we're going to continue to follow as it develops. Showers will taper tonight. We've got a weak frontal boundary moving across the region, so you will still see some sporadic showers at times. It will remain breezy as well, not as gusty as it has been. And then as we go into Wednesday evening, forecast models starting to come into consensus saying after about 6 p.m. tonight, we're going to tap into that atmospheric river. Just a fancy way of saying that we're going to tap into a plume of concentrated moisture that's going to move across the region. That could bring us some heavy showers on Thursday. But the great news that everybody's been waiting to hear is by the time we go into the weekend, a ridge of high pressure will build in, and it's going to clear us and really set us up for a very good looking Halloween. Here's a look at your Doppler radar right now. Again, seeing some isolated showers, especially along the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, and then pushing into some of the foothill communities as well. So far, it looks like the passes are doing fine. And even with this passing storm system, we saw the snow levels stay way up high above pass level. So that's fantastic. As that warm rain moves in on Thursday, though, we could see that move up to about 8,000 feet. So one of the concerns that I have going into Thursday is some of that warm rain falling on some of that fresh snow. That's going to create some minor river flooding. So more of our river or more flood-prone river spots could be tracking some flood issues on Thursday afternoon. We'll give you some updates as that draws closer. Here's what we're expecting tomorrow. Temperatures to warm nicely into the upper 50s and even some mid-60s across the region, and it will remain breezy. We'll see some winds continuing to come in from the south. So here's what I want to show you with Futurecast. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., again, we will see some isolated showers along the foothills, but along the Puget Sound region and up and down the I-5 corridor, we should see a little bit of a break in the action. In fact, we may actually see some sunlight poking through there. But as we move through the day tomorrow, that cloud cover starts to move in. It's going to become quite gray by the time we get to the afternoon, about 24 hours from now. You'll start to see some of those light showers pushing in along the coast. But then by about 8 p.m., you start to see some of those heavier bands of rain moving in, obviously from west to east. And then that's going to be a constant throughout Wednesday night and through the day on Thursday. And again, it could be heavy at times, especially down towards the south there, where you will see some heavy bands of rain move through. But then by the time we get to Friday, we should start to see that clear. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures touching down in the upper 40s tonight. Again, rain could be fairly heavy as we go through the day on Thursday and then lasting into Friday morning before it starts to taper off. But look at that weekend. By the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be seeing more sun than clouds, and that should bring more treats than tricks come Halloween.